I don't know why I'm laughing. I really should be bawling over the foul fare I'm ready to serve you slop-loving slobs. It's the most pitiful pulling putrescence I ever threw up to you, stirred with sickening sadness, stewed with a nauseating Niagara of tears, seasoned with pity pepper to a polluted delicacy, and garnished with sympathy slime. Of course, this tale has irony. For your blood, you know, so spoons ready fingers at nose. Now gobble up this gruesome garbage I call Oh, Henry.
You sit there, Detective Lieutenant Lionel Hart, your face twisted, your mind seething, staring at the $10 bill in your hand. You stare at your now useless money. You think back to when it all started. It was just 1 month ago, Lionel Hart, that you prowled your beat as a plainclothesman, covering the Midtown section. It had been a good day. You caught a pickpocket red-handed.
Alright, you. Let's have that wallet you just lifted.
What? Who? Me? Listen, you got me all wrong.
You never did take any guff from those grifters, Hart. That's why your fellow officers called you Hard Heart. You taught them respect for the law.
Resisting arrest, huh?
Filthy beggars. That's what they deserved. You had to protect society. You had to uphold the law. It was your duty.
Come on, punk. I'm running you in.
It gave you a sense of power to be an officer of the law, didn't it, Hart? You swaggered down the street looking for trouble. And if things got slow, there was always the ragged moochers, the miserable, downtrodden wretches you arrested for vagrancy in your zeal to carry out the law to its final letter.
Come on, you drunken bums. On your feet. Come on, you can't sleep it off in the jail cell.
Yes, it had been a most satisfying day, but the best was yet to come. For as you passed the little grocery store, you happened to glance in and you saw the little old lady nervously stuffing a loaf of bread into her shopping bag.
Acting suspicious. I'll just wait and see.
You watched her closely, Hart. You saw the storekeeper turn to wait on a customer. Saw the little lady hurry from the place.
Not so fast, lady. You're under arrest.
Oh, please. I was going to pay.
You had her sized up all right. Just a sneaky dom who made a practice of leeching. You called her bluff, didn't you, Hart?
Okay, then pay the man.
Well, it seems, dear me. Oh, dear me. Please, officer. I know it looks bad, but I'm not a thief. This is the first time I ever took anything. Honestly, I was desperate. My husband is sick. He's home now, waiting for me.
It made you feel good to know she was caught. You remember how she gabbled on. You even admired her acting, with her sweet old face so troubled, her gentle voice so pained.
My poor Henry. He's an invalid, in a wheelchair. I supported him by sewing until I got arthritis so bad in my fingers. We have no money.
You had to admit, it was a dilly of a story, Heart. And you'd listen to some of the best.
You understand, don't you, officer? My Henry, he's helpless. I have to feed him. He needs food or he'll die. He'll starve to death. I had to bring him something.
The stories they made up out of thin air to cover their rotten crimes made you boil. You snarled to shut her up. But who should step in but the robbed store owner himself?
Wait, don't arrest her. If she needs the food that badly, why?
What? Don't tell me you fell for that sob story. She's just trying to worm her way free.
Look, it's only $1's worth of stuff. I won't press charges.
Well, I will. I saw her steal it. I caught her. No crook is going to make a fool of me.
Officer, please. Perhaps it was wrong of me to do what I did, but I had no other way. Please, I must have food for Henry. Try to understand. I'm telling you the truth.
Nothing doing. You broke the law.
Couldn't you lend me the $1 to pay for this food? I beg of you. I'll do anything you ask. Anything. It's only $1. Please.
Come on, sister. Tell it to the judge.
You remember how she sobbed all the way to the station house. How the sergeant drew you aside.
Look, Lieutenant. She's a sweet dame. Couldn't we just... No, I said book her for shoplifting.
The sergeant had booked her.
I'll see that the judge slaps you with 60 days for all the trouble you've given me.
60 days? Oh no, no! My poor Henry, he'll starve. Don't you understand? Henry's all alone. He's paralyzed. He's completely helpless. He can't even call for help. I'm the only one in the world who cares for him, who keeps him alive. Please, please.
You were sick of listening to her lying drivel, weren't you? You were glad when you finally reached her cell, when the jailer opened it.
I know you don't believe me, but go where we live, the old shack on Stone Street, across the tracks. You'll find him there, waiting for me. Don't let him starve. Go and help him.
The cell door clanged shut and you turned away coldly, Lionel Hart. You ignored her supplicating hand stretched out to you.
Please, for the sake of an old woman, will you help my poor Henry? Oh, please, please.
Cut it out, sister. I'll see you in court.
You slept well that night, and in court the next day, you hustled her through so she wouldn't waste the judge's time with her pack of lies.
60 days, next case.
Lieutenant, please, don't let my poor Henry starve.
Take her away, jailer. She's all yours.
You left her then, Hart, to be thrown in a steel cell. Your job was done. You didn't bother to check up on her. Obvious lies. If you believed everything they told you, the jail would be empty. You never gave a thought to her misery and anguish. And then, you heard now she had been released in 1 month for good behavior.
How do you like that? She'll be back to shoplifting in no time.
You decided to see her, to warn her that you'd been keeping an eye on her, that she'd best go straight.
Bet she gave me a phony. No, there's the shack, just like she said. door open. She was freed this afternoon. Should be here soon. I'll wait inside. Snoop around a bit. Never can tell.
You entered the drab little hovel, and in the wan light, you tried to peer through the darkness of the room. You opened a bureau drawer.
Nothing valuable here. Guess she was telling the truth about being poor anyway. What's that room?
You swung open the creaky door, Hart. You saw a little in the dim moonlight, but then, suddenly, you stiffened in shock.
What's that? A wheel? Two wheels? Oh no!
Why did your eyes bulge, Lieutenant? What did you see that sent a smashing shockwave through your brain? What ripped a moaning gasp from your lips, turned your muscles to water, and made your heart thud against your ribs like a wild thing?
No! It can't be!
But it was. The one thing you didn't expect or want to see. The proof that the old lady had not lied. The proof. Sitting in the wheelchair. Not moving. So very silent. So very, very still.
Henry!
You didn't have to feel for his pulse, Hart. That had been gone a long time. You could tell the condition of the body, the foul, sickening stench.
Died, helpless, right in the chair.
His sightless eyes accused you. In one sickening moment you saw this paralyzed old man, all alone, waiting for the one person who could come back and save him.
And I put her behind bars.
For the first time in your life, you cringed. You whimpered. Starkly, it faced you, and you had to spill it from your lips before it strangled you.
I killed him.
Then you heard the sound behind you, the soft step. You whirled, and there was the little old lady back from prison. What would she say?
Why, hello, Lieutenant. How nice to find you here, keeping Henry company.
Didn't she know? Couldn't she guess? You stood in dumb panic as she bustled over to the thing in the wheelchair, bent down and kissed the cold cheek.
Hello, Henry dear. Did you think I'd never come back in time to feed you?
She spoke as if she had been gone only an hour, as if she had returned quickly with the food he had needed a month ago.
Won't you have some tea, Lieutenant? It's all I can offer you. You understand?
Why, yes, thank you.
You gulped down the bitter cup, your mind churning in remorse. Her next words lashed you like a whip.
Now, I must feed poor Henry.
She was crazy, but you had to atone, to make amends. You drew a $10 bill from your wallet.
Here, madam, please take it. Please.
Oh, I won't need that. Henry's meal is taken care of already.
But why were your arms so stiff? Suddenly, why did your muscles seem to freeze? And then you heard her speak again, so sweetly, with that warm, friendly smile.
You see, I poisoned you, Lieutenant. In the tea, rat poison. It kills men slower than rats. It paralyzes them first. All the way home I was thinking, what can I feed poor Henry? He'll be so hungry, starved you might say, after a whole month. But when I saw you waiting for me here, it came to me. It was so simple, so very simple.
So you sit there, Detective Lieutenant Lionel Hart, your face twisted with pain, your mind seething with agony. Your muscles are paralyzed, but not your nerves. Down in your feet where the cutting starts, and you stare so helplessly at the money in your hands, the useless money that a month ago would have saved your life 10 times over.
You shall eat well, Henry dear. Now wasn't that sweet of the old lady to forgive all and have him for dinner? Anyway, that's how Hart ended up in the soup, not to mention the entree and all the fixings. Dessert, anyone? Hey, don't turn green, turn the page. Oh, this is the end of the book, isn't it? Well, till next time, then bye.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'd like to take this time to give a very special thanks to my Patreons and YouTube members. Sarah De Jesus, Motosurf, Leo, Dason Animus, Myuu, Rich Harris, Andre Wolf, Tanya M, and Kago. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you're important and you matter. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye.